Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome back to Papercraft Possibilities. We have so much to discuss. So let me roll that intro and get started, and I'll catch up on all the news in my studio and everything that's happening over at Stampin' Up. There's a lot to discuss. So let me run that intro. I'll be right back. So much to go over. So let's first start with the catalog, the new catalog that's dropping today. It is incredible. I've loved it. I've had time to play with the paper. Us as demonstrators get all of the items available to us about a month or so before the new catalog comes out. And then there's also a sale going on, the largest sale that Stampin' Up puts out there, and that'll be going on for several weeks. So I'll put a link to both of those below, but you don't want to miss those. And in particular, you're going to see some cards that I'm going to share with you here in just a couple minutes. And one of the stamp sets that I use for them, I'm reaching for it, is this one. And I know I'm backwards. So it's called Hearts of Elegance. And I use this on the cards that we're making today, or I'm going to show you today. And I love it because, let me see if I can show you. There's those stamps and these dies, pardon me. Hold that up. And look at the detail here that this puts out. And then also on this largest heart, look at, there you go. You can see the detail in that. There's so much you can do with that. And not only for Valentine's Day, but anytime. So you want to get your hands on that soon, because I have a feeling that that's going to disappear. And there's a lot of words, and I understand that they're backwards. So I'll show you here when I put my camera back down to share the cards with you. But you definitely want to head on over and take a look at the catalogs. There's so much new stuff, and it's so fun. And there's actually a scrapbooking catalog that'll be coming out too. We haven't had a chance, because scrapbooking is new to Stampin' Up, so we haven't had a chance to see that in person, the actual catalog. So we can look at it online, but we can't physically have a piece of it, touch it. So I'll link that down below too, but just so much happening over at Stampin' Up today. But I do see that that's going to be a really popular set, the Valentine's set. And then there's a new floral set that is yellow. And you're going to want to look at that closely, because I think that's going to fly off the shelves too. So take a look at all that information below, and we'll go from there. And then I want to talk about a program that I have coming out in 2025, and it starts today. I'm going to be offering a set of 4 cards that I'm designing every month, and I am going to make those available either for free or with a purchase. So I'm looking down at my notes, pardon me. If you have a $50 order this month and you use my hostess code, and I'll put that across the screen here, and it's also my website. It's going to be everywhere. But if you use that hostess code and it's a $50 order, I will send this card set, everything you need to make it. Everything's been cut, everything's been embossed, everything's been die cut. The only thing that you'll need is a stamp set, and then you don't even need to use that. If you have a stamp set that you love that's more appropriate to you, please use that in these cards. So it's definitely a freebie with a $50 order before the end of the month with the hostess code. Or the other option is it can be available to you if you want to purchase it. And I'm going to put that link in my website. And when I'm showing you the cards here in a few minutes, I'm also going to show you where to find that link on my website. So you can order that for $30 plus $7 in shipping. Looking back at my notes, yes, still new to me too. So you'll get all the pieces, everything you need, including an envelope. All right, so there's 2 ways of getting this. You can get this with a $50 order, and before the end of the month using my hostess code, and I'll send that out to you. Or you can purchase this for $30 plus $7 shipping, and we're going to show you how to get that over on my website here in a few minutes. So you can order it that way and just pay for it if you'd like to do it that way. So Fun thing, every month a set of cards coming out for you to enjoy, and you also get a video on how to put them together, and you're going to get a PDF on all the measurements and how to put it together. So if you want to use this PDF to make more cards using different papers, that kind of thing, or, you know, design it the way you want with different things, it'll be available to you, and I'll send that to you through an email. So there's the new card program. I'm going to go through the cards I have designed for the month of January. And again, these are the cards that you can get for free or with a purchase with a hostess code. So you'll see that down below. And here's our first card. And I would classify this one and the next one, which would be a masculine card. You'll notice the embossing here. These are the die cuts. They're layered up. Hopefully you can see the side of that. They are in the die set that I had shown to you earlier for Valentine's Day. I've got some gold like twine down below. It's metallic. And some of the paper that's from the latte set. But I thought it was very appropriate for this because they're hearts. And then inside the stamp from that set, I've got some gems, a little bit more of that paper, and I've got some gold there. So let me show you what a set would look like if you got this from me. You will get it in an envelope just like this that you can use. I'm going to pull this out carefully. So I've got your base, and then we have your card layering for the inside. And you'll notice I have, just to be smart here, I have cut these out of this piece, which goes on the front. And the reason for that is you're not going to see this once we layer this up. So you've got all the pieces here that you need, some vellum. This is for the front. This layers up with the front. Here's another piece. Here's your embossed layer. Here's your ribbon or your twine. And here are the gems. So you have everything that you need to make this card. And it'll all be in this little envelope when you get this. Let me put this back together carefully. So just, and there'll be a video that will do these cards together. And no issues there, right? Easy peasy for you. Let me put this back in here very, very carefully. There we go. So that's one card. So they'll all come with a set to make one of the cards that I'm showing to you. So you'll have a total of 4 cards. Here's the other one, which would be classified as a fun fold. And here's how that folds out. Really fun. Let me get that on camera. So kind of a fun piece and more masculine. And I'm using, again, the latte paper. And I think it says Happy Valentine's Day, but it's not so feminine. I think it's a little bit more masculine. Then let me put that aside. That's the paperwork or the pieces that go with that card. And this is another fun fold. This one's a little tricky. And this is from the paper, some of the paper that was on sale. I think it's called Adored. And so here is the front of the card. And then it opens like that. Kind of fun, huh? So again, you'll get everything you need to make this card except for the stamps. And it'll all be done for you. All cut out and ready to go. And here is our last card. So this one is a fun fold, an easier fun fold, but you will open this like this. And there you go inside. So I would say these last 2 cards, let me hold them up together, would be a little bit more feminine. Put those on the screen. Whoops, pardon me. And then we have these other 2 cards. Let me grab them. Put these a little bit higher up on my screen. And these 2 cards, which would be a little bit more masculine. So there you go. Let's see if I can straighten that out just a little. So those are the cards for the month of January that you can get free with an order. All the details are on my website, which is papercraftpossibilities.net. Sorry if I keep saying that. I feel like I'm repeating that a lot. Or you can order them and get everything sent to you without making a purchase for $30 plus $7 shipping. So there you go. Another thing over on my website, and it's been there for a couple months, but there's been some confusion on how to get to it. So I'm going to bring you over to my computer and show you how to get to this area on my website, which is again papercraftpossibilities.net. And I post over there the stamps and dies that I'll be selling. And I've just uploaded a bunch more yesterday, and I price them very, very well. And we're always, as demonstrators, rotating our stock. So they're just things, I love them. I love these stamps and dies, but I can't keep them all. So it's an advantage to you, and I hope you enjoy that. But let me show you how to get to that. Welcome to my computer. Let me see if I can walk you through where a couple things are over on my website. And again, we're at papercraftpossibilities.net. And if you go under shop here over on the left-hand side, I'm kind of over in this area, you're going to see a couple places you could go. There's My Stampin' Up, which is the first link there, and that's to go over and shop on my site over at Stampin' Up. Then we have some resale stamps and dies, and I'm going to click on that first. And for some reason that's not laid out right. I'll have to go back and fix that. But when you go down here, when you scroll down a little, you're going to see all my stamps and dies that I am selling very inexpensively. And when you come up to the top area here, right here, you're going to notice there's die sets, stamps and dies, and stamp sets alone. So there's 3 different areas you can go to there. So if I click on one, let's get this little gnome lady in here. You can see you can kind of buzz around in there and look at it a little bit closer up if you'd like. And if you decide this is one that you want, then you would add that to your cart. And it'll say added. And you go up here to the upper right-hand corner to go to your cart. And there you can start the whole checkout process. So that is that particular one. I'm going to take this off of here. Let's see, I'll go back and do that later. Then on that next one below that, you have my Amazon links. A lot of people like to know about my organization items, some tools that I use that aren't necessarily through Stampin' Up. So in other words, it's items they don't carry. So you will go down here and you'll find things that are listed in categories. So you've got my lower left-hand corner, some craft room storage, my video production items that I use, some crafting supplies most used. Often here's a snow tech we talked about in a couple videos ago. Some crafting tools, so that's where you're going to find my electric cutting machine, and some decor items I've had some people ask about. So those are there. So to get out of this, I'm just going to use my reverse window up here on the left. And then the last area, let's go back here, is class sign up. And right now we have the one class that we've talked about in this video. It's right here, and that's going to tell you everything you need to know about that class right here in this description. And if it's something you want to sign up for, again, you just add that to the cart. I have put in here as a notification that if you've ordered $50 or more, you'll be received, and that's before tax and shipping, and using the hostess code, which is right here where my cursor is. That's where you'll find that. I will automatically send this class to you in the mail. There's no reason to sign up for it. It'll just automatically be sent to you. And it also states in here that the class will be recorded live, and if you're unable to make that time, then that class will be available to you anytime you want on my YouTube channel. So there you go, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Now we have one more freebie for the month of January and February, March, April, May, you know, the whole thing, the whole year. Every month I'm going to be posting a freebie over on my website. And you probably saw one at Christmas. I had done a wish list for Santa Claus. For crafting needs, I had posted a wish list with all the links on how to get to everything over on my website. It was a free download. And this month, I am going to be posting a full list, long list of titles for possible scrapbook pages in the month of January. So if you've got snow pictures, or you had a vacation in January, if you're going skiing in January, I've put together a full list of titles that you might think about using on your scrapbook pages. So I'll have a link below down for that also, so you can get to that and download it if you would like to keep that in your little stash next to where you work. I have a 3-ring notebook I keep on how to work all the things that are electronic in my office, classes I've taken for scrapbooking, and in scrapbooking we call them recipes, or in card making, of how to remake things that we've made once upon a time. So our recipe cards, those are kept next to my desk too. So you might want to just stick this in there so you have it close by when you're trying to think of titles for your January pages. So hopefully that helps. And last but certainly not least, all of us tend to make goals in the end of the year for the coming up year. And I was doing the same thing while we were out on break. I set goals professionally and personally. And one of my big goals this year, and I'm sharing it with you because I'm going to need a little bit of help from you. I'm wanting to go live on some videos so you can get to know me a little bit better. And I'm going to make some mistakes. Okay, let's just face it. I tend to be an introvert. You would never know it because I'm putting my life out there on video, but I am an introvert. If I'm in a room of people, I would just kind of rather, kind of stand back and watch things happening. And I'm also a perfectionist, which, those things don't mix too well. So I'm going to go live because I think it's beneficial to you and to me, so you can get to know me a little bit better. And I want to know what questions you have for me also. So I am making a commitment here, hold me to it, to go live. And I'm asking for your encouragement and your help. So just bear with me. I'll probably do a couple test runs to make sure everything's hooked up okay. And I'll just come on to chat with you. If no one's there, I'll just chat with myself. That can be scary. So anyways, that's a goal of mine, and it's a big, big goal. So bear with me as I do that. But I believe we're going to sit down and we're going to be making some cards together. And I am going to commit. So this month, probably towards the end of the month, I'll be doing my first live. So there's my goal in the office for this year. And with that, I think I'll close out this video. I want to thank you all for following along. And here's to a great 2025.